suffered equally. There were about 3,700 free blacks who owned 12,000 slaves, black slaves. The question is, the descendants of those free blacks who owned black slaves, do they pay? Blacks really benefited more the first 100 years after. Everybody suffered equally. There were about 3,700 free blacks who owned 12,000 slaves, black slaves. The question is, the descendants of those free blacks who owned black slaves, do they pay? Blacks really benefited more the first 100 years after slavery we have in the last 50 years.
Barakatah Yahweh, Barakatah Yahweh Shah. Call Halayim La Yahweh, Bahashim Yahweh Shah, Bahashim Rakah HaKwadas. And tell honor to the elders of the apostles, the men of great millstone, whom Yahweh Bahashim Yahweh Shah has established to teach and preach the true doctrine of Yahweh Bahashim Yahweh Shah. And to the Akim and Akwaza, that's out to repent, to you so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans, whose fathers go back to one of the 12 sons of the patriarch Jacob, Yasha Allah, and I said who fathers go back to one of the 12 sons of the patriarch Jacob, Yasha Allah, Shalom to you, Mashrakah, and also to the speckled bird of my people, that's looking like the other nations, among the other nations. Shalom. The Shahakarab coming at you with a quick one. And I just want to play with a few numbers right quick, and possibly go into a couple scriptures and end it off. Just want to make a point. And I got this video off the brother Labanah off his channel during these last days for. Now you see what this coon said, right? Basically saying that do basically y'all don't need no reparations. See, cocoon. And see, this is why a lot of you people don't understand. You just going off looks. This motherfucker right here, you can't even call him a coon. Or you can't even call him Uncle Ruckus or anything like that. He might be just simply a Tare. He might not be our people. See? You gotta get that looking at somebody's shit out your head, man, and thinking just because they look like you or they resemble you in features and feature characteristics that they're your people. A lot of these motherfuckers is not our people, man. See? But people, you just can't get your head around it. You think you got to look at somebody and say, oh, they got to have fluffy curly hair or long curly hair and have light skin for them to possibly not be our people and possibly be our people. But it's the same thing for these motherfuckers that got this brown skin that look like you. It's the same thing for them. They might not be you. This motherfucker might not be the Lord's people. He don't sound like him. But let's play with the numbers. He said, before I grab a scripture right quick, he said 3,700 free blacks had 1,200 slaves. Do you even understand what that means? You can't even. A lot of my people don't understand because you don't do math. You don't play with numbers and stuff, so you don't know. That's nothing, man. That's nothing. And it's just showing you they throwing out a number. 3,000 free blacks. Now, mind you, in those days, a lot of people was put under that social construct. I'm gonna say it that way, the way it is. A lot of people was put under that social construct for the simple fact of how they looked in features. See? Now, you had a bunch of Edomite men that went into some damn nigger bitches, and a lot of the nigger bitches wanted to go into them willingly rather than forcefully. Right? But mind you, that's what took place. And a lot of those children came out with our feature characteristics. And they weren't put under the social construct, the social classification of white. Right? They wasn't put under that. They was put under the social construct, the classification of black. Simply because of their features. Not because of the light skin or whatever that they had in the curly hair. They was put under the social construct of black because what? Because of their features, how they looked, how their nose might have been shaped, how how their eyes would look, the facial structure. They was put under that classification. Now, a time ago, they was being referred to as mulattoes. But those same people that was being referred to as mulattoes in a time period would have been fast forward to many years, little few years later. They same people that would have been classified as mulattoes, they also would have been classified as blacks. Because why? Once again, your features. That's why. See, because you had a lot of individuals that was classified as mulattoes who had brothers as brothers of our people that was their daddies, and it was Edomite bitches that birthed them. They still put them in the classification as mulatto because why? They would said, okay, one of your parents, somebody is white and somebody is black. That's why. But they didn't really tell you who was black or who was white in there unless it was a Edomite man. But not a lot of the times when there was a brother that went into an Edomite woman, they didn't publicly let that be known because it would have been. It's like a shame on the Edomite man to know that damn, your woman is sleeping with a nigga slave. See, so that would have been shame on them. So they didn't openly admit that. See, they kept that shame under the rug. They kept it quiet. But when it came time for the Edomite man to go into to the Israelite woman and she had his child, they would openly proclaim that and show that. Why? Because that's that pride. Yeah, see, I went into a woman. That she had my child. She, just for that pride thing. See, but let's play with numbers right quick, man. Because this motherfucker might be a Tare. And 9 times out of 10, the spirit is telling me that he is a Tare. That's why he's talking the way he's talking. Right? But let's play with numbers. Now, he said 3,700 free blacks had 12,000 slaves. Don't you know that's like one person would have one brother or sister, whatever. And some of the cases, it was, and let me say this too. In some of the cases, it was actual Israelites, brothers and sisters that was being enslaved, and some was granted their freedom. And what did they do? They granted their freedom. They took their papers, and to show that they was given their freedom or whatever, and they chose to get their brothers or sisters out of the predicament of the oppressor's hand, put it like that. To be a help to them and say, okay, well, I'm free, so I'm going to help you. I'm going to own you as a slave, but I'm not going to treat you as a slave. See, and that's a lot of the cases happen like that, but they ain't going to tell you that. See, but it's like one person would have a family, or a brother or a sister that was free, and there was a family, they would have one brother or one sister, and then another would have probably a brother and a sister. It's like basically three individuals, but you split it with what? One person would have one slave of our people, and another person would have two. See, and I'm gonna show you, and that's what that thing. When he said 3,700 free blacks would have 12,000 slaves, that's not nothing. That's like one person would have two, and another person would have one. See, look at this. Watch this. Now, I don't have a divided symbol on here, so I'm going to use a fraction. Right? It's like, right? 3,700, right? I'm going to use a fraction because I'm going to divide it by the 12,000, right? Let's see what it comes to. It's going to come to 3. Watch. You see that? You see the number. It's real small, but it says what? 0.308. You see that? So you would have the 3. Now watch this. Let me show you. It's the same thing. Let's take that 37 and divide that by the 12, right? See what it says? The same thing. 3.8. So it's like three. You would have three. Out of the three people, one person would have one and the other would have two. So out of that 3,700 people that's supposed to have out of 12,000 slaves, that's like each person would have probably had a brother or a brother and a sister that they was trying to hold to keep out of the oppressor's hands. Or it could have been just some damn bunch of tares that it received, and that was most of the case too. A bunch of tares, children that was of the Edomites that had Negro mothers or Israelite women as mothers, and they received their father's inheritance, but they was Edomites, and once again they was under the social classification of being black. See, and they did what? They just wound up having what? They own they our people as they slaves. So it worked both ways. See? But you see the number right here, like three. Now watch this. If I switch the numbers backwards, right? Let's switch it backwards. 12,000, right? Minus 37, right? You see what it says? The numbers is backwards. 8,300. But you would know switch it backwards. So you would say like right the three. You would take the three and say, okay, well, one slave would have had a person that was so-called being as a free black out of the 3,700 would have had the 12 is backwards. I just switched the numbers backwards by doing that. It's still three. So you would see a family of those that was saying that they was free blacks. They would have had a brother or a sister as a slave. And then you might have saw one family that was being considered as free blacks. They would have had two. See? So that ain't nothing big, man. But this show you, this is either a coon or he a tear. He a tear, man. Let's punch the scripture up, man. Slock here. He a coon or he a tear, man. And 9 times out of 10, I'm pushing more towards a tear, man. You know, let's grab that Matthew. His ass going into the fire too. You know, and we must grab the scripture. We must grab it. You know, let's go down to it, right? Let's go down to it. Because our people don't understand, man. A lot of he on this talk show, sit back, yeah, like he trying, like he rude, like he on the Edomite side because he might be an Edomite, man. See, you Jace better get that shit out your head of looking at people and saying, oh yeah, he look like me, and then, man, that don't mean shit. See, because you got a lot of our people that got that dark brown complexion. They'll be understanding that same shit. Oh, well, I'm dark brown. Now, baby, shut your ass up. Your ass, your shiny ass might be, your great granddaddy or your granddaddy might be a damn Edomite. You know, like that Thomas Jefferson motherfucker, that damn Edomite. He was fucking on that sister. I forgot her name. Lucille, whatever the fuck her name was. He was fucking on her. And back in those times, they would have called her a mulatto, right? But who was her daddy? Her daddy was an Edomite. Her daddy was not a brother. She was an Edomite. See, her mama was a sister of our nation. But her daddy was an Edomite. And who? Thomas Jefferson saw her and he went into her. He wasn't doing it but going into an Edomite. That's all he was doing. That's all he was doing, man. But let me read this. It says what? Let's where we gonna start at? You know, yeah, you know what? I'll start here. Let's start here. I'll start at 18. It says the sword explained, right? Hear ye the word. It's like hear ye therefore the parable of the sword. But matter of fact, no, let me just come down to the point. I ain't gonna even read all of it. I'm just gonna come down to the point. Let me just get straight to the point, right? Matthew 13:24. Another parable put he forth unto them, saying, the kingdom of heaven is like unto a man which soweth good seed in the field. But while men slept, his enemy came and sowed tares among the wheat and went his way. A lot of these Edomites, they went into the sisters, into Israelite women. And those Israelite women, a lot of them bear their children. A lot of them willingly, and some of them unwillingly. But mind you, it happened, right? And they went their way. Meaning, and those children was growing up among us on those plantations. See, now on the plantation, they knew that, oh yeah, that's Billy Joe's sons. That's Master Billy Jones's sons. See, it was known. But they didn't have the privilege to go from one town to the next freely like that because of how they looked. See? And then you had individual brothers that was actually our people that you know damn well, no, that ain't his son, that's our people. You knew that. But if you fast forward down in the future, you'll be like, oh yes, they was Negroes and shit, man, shut up. Man, you don't know how it was during that time. You people can't wrap your mind around these things. You're always trying to get these damn devils out of something. Like this brown nigga who you see on the screen right here. If the Most High don't take his tear ass out, he gonna be taken out in destruction. He ain't nothing but an Edomite's tear. Look at his ass. Like the brother be saying, his old porn. That nigga look, he remind me of W.E.B. Du Bois or some motherfucking body. Somebody that's not our people. Look at him, like the brother be saying, with his old porn mustache. Look at that nigga. As a matter of fact, let me light it up. Let me light it up some more. Right? Slocky. Look at that nigga. With that old porn ass mustache, man. You know, the typical Edomite, man. That nigga's a tear right there. See? But look. Let's grab it. Right? Let's finish reading. It says what? But when the blade was sprung up. What? When the blade was sprung up. You see it? But when the blade, matter of fact, let me read 25 again. But while men slept, his enemy came and sowed tares among the wheat and went his way. Meaning, so just take it as you got a big ass field and you planting all your wheat. You planting your wheat in there. And then while you sleep, waiting for it to come up tomorrow to finish the more planting seeds, you got damn devil. The devil come in on your land and he start planting weeds everywhere. He start planting tear seeds everywhere and shit. Planting it. Then the shit start growing. It says, but when the blade was sprung up and brought forth fruit, then appeared the tares also. Meaning when the shit was start growing, you look like, goddamn, what the hell? Hey, look, you can't tell the difference between the wheat and the tares. You can't tell the difference. It looks the same. So what did he say? So the servant of the householder came and said unto him, Sir, did not thou sow good seed in the field? From whence then had it tares? Like, wait a minute. Didn't we plant the wheat? Yeah, we did. So what is all this other stuff up in here? The damn enemy must have came and did that while we was asleep last night. See? Meaning while you, Jace, was in your dumb stupor, in your plantation, your punishment, the damn devil was planting his seed among your women. You know, spreading confusion. See? And what? He said unto them, an enemy had done this. Who did it? An enemy. See? And that's how he talking. He talking as an enemy because he might be a tear. Strong possibility, man. Spirit telling me that dude is a tear, man. See? An enemy had done this. The servant said unto him, Wilt thou then that we go and gather them up? But he said, Nay, lest while ye gather up the tares, ye root up also the wheat with them. Why? Because The wheat and the tares, you couldn't tell the difference between them. When they growing, you couldn't tell the difference. You gotta wait till the time of harvest, because why? The wheat is going to remain the same, and the tares is going to be looking disfigured. They're not going to look the same. The wheat is going to remain intact. The tares is going to be looking all deformed, and you gonna know it's not no wheat. See? So what he says? Let both grow together until the harvest. And in the time of harvest, I will say to the reapers, gather ye together first the tares, and bind them in bundles to burn them, but gather the wheat into my barn. That wheat that's going to be gathered into the barn, that's the Israelites that's going to receive salvation, no matter what you look like. Those tares is going to be motherfucking Edomites and any nation that look like us, but they not us. They getting gathered in bundles, and they going to be burnt. See? This is why Yahweh Shah said, when you go to Matthew 25, this is why he made this lock here. This is why he made that statement right here. This is why he made that statement, and this is why he made this statement. Let's grab it. Matthew 25. This is why he made that statement right here, right? Let's grab that 41. Right? Then shall he say also to them on his left hand. Who is this going to be on his left hand? These Edomites and these motherfucking tares that look like you, Jakes, and all this. Like his ass, he a tear. He going to be the one that's going to be what? Matter of fact, let's go back up. Let's go back up. Right? Let's read this. It says, what he going to come and do? Let's start at 31. When the Son of Man shall come in his glory, and all the holy angels with him, then, Slakia, then shall he sit upon the throne of his glory, and before him shall be gathered all nations, and he shall separate them one from another, as a shepherd divides his sheep from the goats. You see that? As a shepherd divides his sheep from the goats. What? As a shepherd divide the wheat from the tares. See? The wheat gonna be gathered and took to his barn. The tares gonna be gathered in bundles and burnt. See? And what it says. And he shall set the sheep, his wheat, on his right hand, but the goats, the tares, on his left. See that? And this thing will say what? Then shall the king say unto them on his right hand, that wheat, come ye, blessed of my father, inherit the kingdom prepared for you from the foundation of the world. Let's go down now. Let's get the other one. But what? Then shall he say also unto them on his left hand, those tares, depart from me, ye cursed, into everlasting fire prepared for the devil and his angels. You see that? So let's go back to it. Hey, because that's what's going to happen to this tear right here. That's what's going to happen to it. His ass going to be gathered and burnt in the motherfucking fire. See? That's what's going to happen to him. Right? Now let's go get the other part though. Right? What is that? Around 38, if I'm not mistaken. 36, and start there. And it says what? Matthew 13 to 36, and I'm going to end it off. Then Yahushua said, sent the multitude away and went into the house. And his disciples came with him, saying, declare unto us the parable of the tares in the field. He answered and said unto them, he that soweth the good seed is the Son of Man. Yahweh Shemel, that's that planet us Israelites. The field is the world. The good seed are the children of the kingdom, Israelites. See? That's going to be gathered on his right hand. Come, you children, you blessed of my Father, inherit the kingdom prepared for you from the foundation of the world. But the tares are the children of the wicked one. Who? He can be one of those children of the wicked ones. That's why he's talking the way he's talking. See? The enemy that sold them is the devil. Who is that enemy that planted those seeds? The Edomites. And within this Edomite society, they have taught, oh yeah, come here, everyone nation, come here, and everybody gonna fuck on everybody. And we don't nobody have no identity. We all Americans. We all one. See, the hell with that. We the Israelites said we ain't fucking with you damn people. We ain't coming with y'all. The enemy that sold them is the devil. The harvest is the end of the world, and the reapers are the angels. You see that? It says what? The reapers are the angels. You see? They know who Israelites. See? They know who Israelites. Let's go read the NLT. It says what? 39. The enemy who planted the weeds among the wheat is the devil. And his father is the devil. These Edomites are the devils, man. See? And it says what? The harvest is the end of the world. And the harvesters are the angels. They coming together to elect. The Israelites that Yahweh Shah said, hey, that's gonna be set on his right hand side. They coming together them. The ones that's gonna get separated, put on his left hand side, it's like this motherfucker who you see right here. They gonna be gathered in bundles and burnt. See? And it's just that simple. See? So don't be fooled by these motherfuckers that look like you, that come and say this little stupid stuff like this. Oh, 37 free blacks. They had 12,000 slaves. And you had some brothers that was granted their freedom, and they said, okay, they tried to be a help unto their people. Said, okay, they couldn't do too much, so I'm gonna get a brother and try to help him, and and I'm gonna get a sister and try to help her, you know. So don't be fooled by this. But I'm gonna end it off there, giving all honor, praise, and glory to Yahweh Shalom.